Welcome back to Mike Deuce's Marvel Card Grading Discovery. Today I'm going to give you my 5-step formula that I've used to achieve a high rate of Gem Mint 10s in PSA card grading. I've sent 15 newer cards in from 2024 and 2025, and I've received 5 Gem Mint 10s out of those 15 for a 33% hit rate on the Gem Mint 10s. So my 5-step formula is this. Step number 1, corners. Now that may seem pretty apparent to everybody, but let me show you my first example. This is a Gem Mint 10 Marvel Masterpieces 1992 Platinum Silver Surfer versus Thanos Battle Spectrum. As you can see, this one is the Gem Mint 10 example with perfection on the corners and everything else. So you can see those corners look pretty pristine. There's no issues with those. But let me show you this. This is the Wolverine that got a 9 from the Topps Finest X-Men 97. Now, corners may seem pretty apparent to you as one of the grading aspects that they use, but you got to check it. It's a top thing to check. You can see the corners seem fine on the front here. Don't see anything in the top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right. But look back here. You can see in this top left corner, there's a little bit of a rounding on the top left corner with the pink background, and it shows white there. So that is just enough to bring you down to a Mint 9 grade from a Gem Mint 10. So keep that in mind. Step number 2. This is centering. So here is a lenticular from 2024 Marvel Masterpieces, Dr. Doom. This is from the 92 Platinum again, a lenticular. This is a Gem Mint 10 on a Dr. Doom lenticular. So if you can see that, the centering is perfect. That's why it got a Gem Mint 10. That's one of the aspects they use. But look at this other lenticular that I got the other day. This is a Jean Grey lenticular from the same set. As you can see, the top border is much narrower than the bottom border. It was a miscut card. Maybe not miscut in size, but miscut as far as the borders go. So this would not get a good grade. I'd say it even would get down to a 7, maybe an 8 at the best. It's pretty uncentered there. So you can see that there. That's step number 2 of the 5-step formula. Okay, step number 3. This one is edges. This is not as apparent as the first 2 steps. This is a Gem Mint 10 of Psylocke with blue tracks with a variant cover. You can see the cool blue tracks effect there. Gem Mint 10, everything's perfect with this card. This has no corner problems, no centering problems. It's perfectly in the center there. But we're going to look at the edges. Now, I do not see much wrong with the edges here because it's a Gem Mint 10. So this has no issues with the edges. And then in the back is fine too. But look at this other blue tracks cover variant. This is the Enchantress. It's from the same set. Now we can see, this is hard to see, but I'll try to show it to you here in the light. This warping on the edges in the top right corner, none of these corners are rounded. So if you're looking at cornering, you're not going to see any rounded corners that I could see. But this edge here, see that edging there and the light blue there where the comic book cover? It has a slight rounding. But the back is where you really see the edges being a problem. And sometimes you'll even see cut edges incorrectly cut with razor blades from the, the saws they use to cut the cards. You'll see much more damage on the card edges. But this is more of an edge as far as a pressing to it. This is a creased edge along the left there. See that creased edge there on the card? And you can see it here on the bottom even. It's got a little bit of a crease, like a pressed effect there. That should not be there, an indentation. There you can see it near the number there. And up here at the top even. So that's edges. Number 4, this is the big one. This is surface. So you can see this is a near mint 8 of a red PMG. So you got to check the surface on these cards. I don't have a PMG that has got a 10. I hear nowadays most of them only graded an 8 or lower of PMGs. And you can see the front looks okay on this one. You can see the back has a surface damage here in the top left. It's got a little red mark from the PMG precious metal gem red effect showing through. And look at this. On the bottom left in the comic book artwork there, you can see some metal sheen also damaged. There's some shining there, and the mark here right below the comic book picture. It's a metal sheen of the comic of the precious metal gem showing through. So that's a surface damage on a PMG. Those get a lot of surface damage. And I thought it was a good card because this was the really badly factory damaged PMG I got of Quicksilver earlier. You can see there's 2 nicks in the bottom there on the edge and the surface damage. You can see these back tracks from the tracks they run on the factory assembly line, kind of, I guess, the printing machine. You can see those tracks there down in the numbering and on the left side as well. Those run all the way up and down the card. And one of these tracks is also apparent here. If you look close enough, you can see it on the left side there. Let me see if I can show it in the light there. It is right about here. It has a slight track just like the Quicksilver does. But, you know, I was happy to get that. Archangel is my favorite character. I wanted to get it graded regardless. I didn't see the damage that I saw in this one, so I didn't even send this Quicksilver in to get graded. So that's 4 steps. So far we've got corners, centering, edges, and surface. Now, step 5 is a fun one. This will help you also. This is an important one, even though you might not think this could be a step, but you've got to do front and back. As you remember, going through this video, I showed you examples of this damage from cornering to edges to centering to surface damage. All of those instances can be found both on the front and back. So you may get excited when you get a very cool card, a very rare card, and great numbered card, a low numbering card on a limited print run. You'll get excited, send it in right away. You must check the front and back for all aspects of the card. There are other things you can look through for cards to look for grading, but those are the 5 steps that I usually check for sure when I go to send a card in. And it has helped me get a 33% Gem Mint 10 grading rate right now for the newer cards. So, thank you for tuning in. I hope this helps you improve your Gem Mint 10 grading rate. So, thank you for listening. I'll see you guys later.